Oh yes, video game console review. I haven't done one of these in quite a while. It's gonna be kind of hard to do this whole series in normal like I do, because I just got a thing in the mail about my college application and how much it's gonna cost each year, and it's making me go insane. Nearly gave me a heart attack. What the fuck? How do they pay for this goddamn Sorry. Go! Sorry. Back to this review. This is actually a cool review because it's a cool system. This is the Sega Master System. Yeah, you can witness the fitness if the focuses. So, oh, and you just heard it vibrate. That was the camera. The camera has vibrated. And it's a good reason because it's actually a phone. The camera is a phone. I could show you if I had a mirror, but I don't. Any hoozles, this is the Sega Master System. Apparently this is the Sega Master System Power Base. That is what this is. This is the Power Base. They didn't call it a console because that was too standard back in the day. They were Sega, and they had to make it different. It was the Power Base. Yes, indeed. This console kind of is, in a way, being used in the media today. If you have the cables, satellite, whatnots, and you have the Cartoon Networks on the televisions, you will notice a show called The Regular Show. And if you notice that show, you may notice a console they play all the time has this, same exact little design pattern, as you can see here. When it focuses, shush, I know the battery's low. There. It's dusty, I'm sorry. But yes, this is the system they're mimicking in the show. It's the Sega Master System. I think it's kind of neat they did that and how they chose the Master System over the NES. Kind of a nice little touch. It's nice. Anyways, this is the Sega Master System. This came out in 1980, what the hell is it? 6 or 5? Well, if I don't find out, I can't think of it off. It's either 85 or 86. It's one of those two. I'll put a little big annotation, majigger, big popping up, flashing thing that will say the correct year. But it came around just, I think, shortly after this NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, from Sega to compete with the NES, of course. That is this, the Sega Master System. If we take a gander on the front of the unit, we have a power button. There you go. Look at that power button. It sinks in and then it pops out. Pretty standard. To the right, we have the controller ports 1 and DOS. And to the right, that is something interesting because not very many consoles have this. What was it? The PC Engine or something or other has this. This is kind of like a Hue card slot. Like Hue, H-U-E, I think it's how they spell Hue cards. That's kind of like what this is. I guess some games would run off of this, but they didn't really utilize it too much. I can't turn this, it just bumps into the wall, because this is a very long system. It's very oddly shaped. It's like a little volcano. Yeah. But it's it's like a chocolate bar cube volcano. Anyways, if you go on to the top of the system, there is the pause button. It is located on the system itself. It's kind of weird. And then there's the reset button to the left. And here we have the cartridge input. It's not the cartridge port, it's the cartridge input. Gotta get that correct. Okay, children? So that's that. There's nothing on the right and left sides like I was showing. But if we flip her around, we have the rear panel majig. We have the AC adapter, RF out, the channel switch, which is, well, how the hell, Sega, what? How are we supposed to put our fingers in there to change the channel 3 and 4? My fingers don't fit in here, and the switch is, I can't reach there. You have to like get a screwdriver or like a thing to be able to change the channel input. It's not a good design. Just notice this. Someone should have pointed this out at the office back in the 80s. 86. But yes, you had to get a tool to be able to change the channel. Unless mine's somehow broken and that's not normal. But if you look in there, if we can get focus on that, you can see the switch is fairly deep in there. And we have the AV out, which is what I use because it came with it. I picked this up at my local retro game store. And it came with the power base, the controllers, a bunch of games, and zappers. And we'll show you. We'll move this over to here because that's the... Oh, actually, one more thing. I like to show this because, like I said, it's been made... This is how you can tell it's a Sega Master System in the regular show. Is because this little diagram they have on it. This is actually the... I think that's the LEDs right there. I've only played this a few times because I haven't had the chance to play it too much. But I believe that's the LED right there, and this shows you the cartridge plugs into here, or your card, and then your controllers are here, and that goes to the TV. It's like a little diagram of how the system works. It's kind of neat, and it's kind of styled pretty. It's actually pretty cool looking. I mean, most of the time, that type of thing on a video game console just would be just like, what the hell are you talking about? But it works here. It's pretty cool. And it made it kind of, that's how you know it's a Master System, because it's weird-ass shape, and then this little thing over here. But anyways, we'll show you the controller, which Sega didn't copy at all from Nintendo. I'm not trying to push anything, but I mean, just look at it! It's got the D-pad, and there's 1 and 2 things. Okay? I mean, the D-pad is, yeah, it's fairly comfortable. I mean, it works. I'm not sure if it's as good as the NES's, and it's nowhere near as their next console's thing, the Sega Genesis's D-pad, which is a delight to press buttons. This one's not bad. Kind of like its 80s styling. It's the 80s graphics on it. Sorry about my thumb, it's gross. Yes, I know. But yeah, the little graphics on it are pretty cool. I like the retro style. And it's just 1 and 2, which, you know, Sega didn't really stick with the one, or did they? Nope, it's ABC. No, it's ABC XYZ, not 1, 2. And still no, it's ABXY. Guess they didn't like 1 and 2 anymore. But enough about the 2 buttons, and apparently 1 functions as the start as well. And the cable comes out of the right side, which is kind of awkward to play in my experiences. I mean, it would have just been better to have it come out of the top or bottom or something, just out of the top right corner. It's kind of weird. It also came with 2 of these. This is the light phaser. Yes, it's what the 80s thought the gun was going to look like in current time. This isn't the light gun or the NES zapper. This is the phaser. Apparently it is 350 from the year 3050. That's what 3050 means. Oh, sorry. Nothing here. Just a thing that looks like something should adjust, but just design apparently, I suppose. And it does have a little scope type dealy going on, just like the NES had on the top. But it just plugs in like normal. And it came with 2 of these, like I said, and I can't really use these because I have an HD TV now. But it's just cool nonetheless. But I'll show you the games I got with it. Double Dragon for 1 to 2 players. And it's the arcade series, because this is true, because at the local retro arcade we have in town, they have Double Dragon. So you can play it at home, but to tell you the truth, it's better in the arcade, because the graphics are better. Unless they made this, this was 1988. Yes, levels 4, okay. Double Dragon, da-da-da-da-da. Peripherals, Sega control pad or control stick. That must be like the arcade type of jigger. It's got 1 or 2 player cooperatively. Sega from Tonka. That's interesting. From Minnetonka, Minnesota, apparently. Oh, I could show you inside it, I suppose. Come on. Holy hell, it's hard to open. Sorry about the jump cut. The battery decided to die, and I had to wait quite a bit of time for it to charge up a little bit before it let me go again. But anyways, I was struggling to get this open because somehow it got wedged in just right where it was hard to open. But here we have inside, it's got the Double Dragon cartridge. They all have this weird kind of grid pattern design on all of them. I mean, even on the cartridge itself, on the manuals, it's just kind of a universal design that the Sega Master System used for everything. I believe even the box the Master System it came in had this white grid type design. But there's the cartridge. And I even got little manuals here. Turning on the system in case you're dumb. The missions. Viewing the screen. Just in case you forget how to look at a TV. The box says Sega on it. There is the Black Warriors gang. Not racist or anything. Know the score. Helpful hints. You can keep track of your scorebook for some reason, and handling the Mega cartridge. Copyrighted. Cool. Just like making fun of things. It's just fun. Sega is embedded onto this thing. Right. So that is Double Dragon. Next I got this. This is California Games. Yes, this is California Games by Epix. Because it's epic. It's not really, it's a sports game, and we all know sports games are shite. This one doesn't have the thing, but I don't care because it's a sports game. It's a Mega cartridge. See, it's got the same pattern, design, focus. My boy. There we are. Nice. Haven't played this one yet because I don't really want to. Because it's sports, like I said. They like to label that what category it is. Hey, dude. Just lost interest. Said dude right away. Players 1 to 8. Huh. So you can use multiple people on the same controller, or is there like a multi-tab thing? There's 6 events. Levels or events. It's interesting. They kind of, it's like it kind of, whatever. Control pad, control stick, practice, compete in one, some, or all. Thanks to know. Oh, that's Sega from Tonka again. What does that mean? I never really noticed that. But there's that. And then my last one I have is the old Hang On and Safari Hunt, the combo cartridge. Yes, indeed. Light Phaser series. So this is one I believe that came with the Sega Master System when you got it in the box, brand new, back in 85, 6, something, whatever. It's the combo cartridge. It's got a dude, the motorcycle. Actually, at our local retro arcade, they have the Sega Hang On there with, the actual thing, and you gotta do this, and you turn it like that. And I got high score, and I felt special, until my friend played it, and then he beat me, and then I felt sad. And then it's got a little tiger ball going, whoosh, swiping at a hat that's sweating. It's pretty, this works because that's what the game is, but for the Safari Hunt, they just kind of thought of the most generic thing to put on the box. That has to do with Safari Hunts. Just noticed that. I like criticizing things. Apparently, this one doesn't have the little info things like that down here. Hang On. Yes, we all know. Hang On is the 3D motorcycle. It's not 3D. It's not 3D. Is that 3D? Is this isn't 3D? Lies. Sorry. And there is Safari Hunt. You pretty much shoot things with the thing on a screen. Is the most complete jungle game ever created. I don't think there was any other jungle games created. I don't think so. Scramble through thick terrains. No. Okay. It doesn't say from Tonka on this one, but it says now there are no limits. Yes, there are not. Inside we have the manual. 2 super hints in one. Oh, hits in one, not hints. What the hell am I talking about? Yes, it shows you how to use it. It looks pretty much like how it does in the arcade, except for probably slightly worse, because most of the time arcade ports worked, but weren't as nice looking, or sometimes weren't as good. Interesting enough, this one actually has someone's name written in it. They actually decided to keep... Holy shysta. Look at the date on this. 1988. So this is what you had, because in the console, on the arcade, it would keep track of the score when it would do its show mode. When there was no quarters inserted, it would flip through and it would be like, look at me, come put quarters in me. And it would show the little game playing, and then it would flash the initials and the high scores. That's one of my favorite things in arcades. I love that thing. Anyways, but when you got it on your home console, you couldn't do that. It didn't have that. It would tell you it, but it wouldn't keep a flashing score. But that's how you did it in here. And apparently Paula and Brenda did that in January 1st of 1988 with the Paula scored 93,000 and Brenda sucked and got 19,700. And that's all the scores we got. I think that's kind of... I didn't actually look through this one yet. I looked through the Double Dragons info book, and I noticed the score list. And that one didn't have anything, but I just noticed this one did. And there's a cartridge, once again, with the pretty much standard checkered pattern. That's that. So that's the console review of the Sega Master System. I'm not going to do a gameplay video at the very moment. I used to do that in my old videos, but I'm just doing a console review on this one and the gameplay. If anyone thinks I should actually play game, I hope you don't say California games or I will slit my wrist. But probably Double Dragon, because I have played that before already. So I'll probably play this in the demo. I'll just do a gameplay. But this is the console review, so we're just going to show... It was just the console and the peripherals that came with it, at least in my little pack that I purchased. I wanted to put this up because there is a humongous amount of them on the YouTubes, because the Master System didn't sell a whole heck of a lot. And it's kind of, you know, like the NES you see everywhere. If it did an NES review, which it did, you know, everyone has one of those. But not everyone has a Master System, I think. Stuff. Alright, have a fabulous day, night, evening, whatever. Adios. Thanks for watching.